some amazing armed forces here in the United Kingdom, you know, the Royal Navy, the British Army and the Royal Air Force, all under very, very difficult times, as one can imagine right now, with cost cutting and of course, you know, public perception. It truly changes, doesn't it? When you think of the RAF, lots of people think of the likes of the late actor Richard Todd in Dam Busters. And who remembers the mega film 633 Squadron with that wonderful theme tune that really, once you get it in your head, you simply can't get it out of it, can you? But now in 2022, the RAF have had to reissue an apology because once again, seemingly in the land of woke, they got everything tragically wrong. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, thank you so much for joining me today. It's strange, isn't it, now, because you know what you find with many companies, as we said many times on the show, so many people seemingly want to tick the box, but at a cost, and then when they find out that they've got it wrong, they then have to decide how they're going to put it back. But is the PR damage done? This is really what happened when a leaked email got made public to the national media about the Royal Air Force. Now, as we saw recently at the sad funeral of our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, all the forces were out there and they did a splendid job, this, you know, without a word of a doubt. It was all nice to see them so wonderfully represented on such a very sad day, but also giving us the very best of British. But here's where it went wrong for, of course, the Royal Air Force. The RAF have had to admit and apologise for is that simply mistakes were made after claims that it prioritised the hiring of the ethnic minority and female candidates. This was because they were told by another directive that they had to increase their quota, even if these particular candidates were not necessarily up to the standard that they would normally take on. Now, you can see the dilemma. They've been instructed to do this, but the bigger problem is, are they then compromising the people that actually were talented enough to do it without actually fitting the criteria, if that all makes sense? Now, basically, the RAF statement came after a leaked email exposed the concerns about how an IT recruitment system that ranks candidates on merit would be problematic for the service. There's two problems there really, because of course it's damage limitation, isn't it? They have to come out and say they're sorry and they wish they'd never said it. But also the people now who are applying to be in the Royal Air Force, and for those that were turned down, was it really a case that they were turned down because they weren't good enough? Or was it the case that they were turned down because they didn't fit the criteria, the one that they were told and instructed to undertake? So once again, it's going to take a long time to build back trust with a service that really is respected all around the world, not just because of their long memory and what they did so well in, of course, the previous world wars, but more importantly, the way that they've represented us as worldwide ambassadors on the world stage. For now, the RAF have said that they're sorry, but as I say, this story is far from over. Many people say it will be flying for some time to come. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.